on your victory. Did you ever think that this was going to happen?
Well, it's been a really wonderful evening, Jake. And, I thought it might, but I didn't know by these numbers. And I was so happy. I just looked at your report, and it was right across the board, with men, with women, with young, with old, with, everything. And to win every single category was perhaps the greatest honor of all.
And it looks like, obviously, the voting results are still coming in, but it looks like this is the biggest victory in a Republican primary since George W. Bush lost to John McCain in New Hampshire 16 years ago. How does it feel?
Well, I didn't know that number. That's a long time. That's a great feeling to know that it's been that big of a victory, but it's a lot of years. But I will tell you, it's just an honor to have won. As you know, I told you if I win by one vote, I'll be happy. But this makes me even happier, I will say that, Jake.
It's by a bit more than one vote. So if you look at the exit polls, you'll see that voters were looking for an outsider. They're mad at the Republican establishment. What do you think in particular about your message resonated with the voters of New Hampshire?
Well, I think it started with trade and the fact that we're being just ripped off by everybody, whether it's China, Japan, Mexico. And I think it really ended up being very much borders and security and other things having to do with security. And then you have the migration and you have ISIS, and all of a sudden it morphed into that. And I think because of the fact that I had done so well with the border and done so well with the wall, which will be built, I think what happened is people started saying that I would also be the best with respect to ISIS and some of the outer problems that we have. So it seems that the whole security thing, the military thing, the fact that I'm going to take care of the vets far better than anybody else will be able to, it all sort of came down to that. But it seems like pretty much of a victory in every category. And of course, the easiest thing of all for me is going to be trade and jobs, because that's really what I do.
In terms of how you won in New Hampshire, did you pay more attention, did your campaign pay more attention to the ground game, to getting your voters to the polls, to making sure that they were motivated, as opposed to the approach of big rallies?
Well, I think the ground game was very strong, and I tell you, we really focused on it after Iowa. The ground game was not something I was extremely familiar with, but I learned quickly, otherwise the voters wouldn't like me too much. And I think I learned very well, and we have a very good ground game. And, the people of New Hampshire are amazing people. And now I'm going to South Carolina, and I think we're going to have tremendous success there. We were just there, and I had 12,000 people in a wonderful, wonderful arena. And to be honest with you, the ground game was very important to me, and I think we really learned about ground games very quickly.
As you may know, South Carolina, they like their politics a little bit more rough and tumble. Are you ready for what may come your way, the negative attacks and perhaps even dirty tricks that might happen in the Palmetto State?
Well, we've already had dirty tricks in this campaign, so, I'm ready for whatever they want to throw at me, and that's fine. I mean, we've had a lot of dirty tricks in this campaign, but, I want to congratulate everybody that's run. They're all very capable people, and it was an honor to run against them, and now I'll see them in a little while. Like, I'll be around 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be in South Carolina getting ready, and that should be interesting. I love South Carolina. I mean, I've been there many, many times, and the people are tremendous people, and I think I can do very well there.
There's a big competition, obviously, for second place and third place in New Hampshire right now. Who do you think is your competition going forward? Is it Ted Cruz? Do you see some rejuvenation for Jeb Bush and John Kasich? Who are you focused on?
I see them all, Jake. I really see them all. I think, they're all good competitors and talented people. And, right now it looks like Kasich has a little bit of a lead, but the other one, I'm just looking at your chart. Yep, it's getting a little bit closer. It's going to be a close race, I think. And you sort of predicted that, and so did CNN and the whole group. It looks like it's going to be a pretty close race for second.
Lastly, you've been campaigning more with your family, your wife Melania, your boys Don and Eric. How are they taking the news? This is a big night in Trump family history.
Well, they're very proud. Melania's standing with me right now, and Don and Eric and Ivanka. Corey's right outside, who's done a terrific job, and In fact, he just walked in now, so I will comment on his ground game, which was excellent. But it's been an amazing period of time, and we're all thrilled, and we want to make America great again. It's very simple. We're going to make America great again.
Well, congratulations on a very, very strong win in New Hampshire. Best of luck to you. We'll see you out there on the campaign trail, Mr. Trump.
Thank you very much, Jake. You take care of yourself. Thank you.